Welcome to the Big Tent. The Big Tent event brings together people from the private sector, the third sector, to discuss the hottest topics on today's agenda regarding the internet and technology. Big Tent took place in Tunisia and in South Africa recently. This is the second time we're holding a Big Tent in Israel, and we're very happy to hold the gala event at the Eli Horowitz conference. The Internet is one of the most innovative achievements of the 20th century, if not the most innovative. When Vint Cerf and his colleagues started developing the internet protocols 20-odd years ago, it was hard to believe how central the internet would become to our lives. The internet spearheads all areas of human life today. Israel is considered the startup nation. A nation born against all odds, is an island of financial stability in a challenging situation. Israel trades on the NASDAQ in third place after the US and China, and Israel is among the world leaders in internet, e-commerce, and GDP in the Western world. And we're all very proud of the innovation here in Israel. Israel presents the world with creative technological solutions. Trigger Foresight conducted an Innovate Israel study for Google, and we see that Israel leads in developing medical technologies for the rest of the world. For Denmark, for example, the growth potential of the Israeli economy is unrealized as a result. We want to integrate academia, the private sector, and the third sector in order to spur growth. We're very happy for this opportunity to network and to promote public issues. The Innovate Israel report on technology expresses our renewed concern. We are convinced that we can propose 21st century solutions for 21st century problems. We can harness the internet for growth in every single government ministry. The report shows that in order to realize our full potential, we have to adopt a national government agenda for adopting knowledge and communications technologies. We thank Deputy Minister Levy. The Finance Ministry is doing a lot to implement internet solutions, and we know that the Deputy Minister is an internet whiz himself. Mayor Brand, the CEO of Google Israel, will be our next speaker, and we'll talk about how Israel can fully realize its internet potential, and will address the question of whether Startup Nation is just a copywriter's slogan or if it's reality. Next, Dana Weiss will interview Vint Cerf, the godfather of the internet, and we hope to learn from him about the beginning of the internet and where we are today. We are most honored to have Vint Cerf here with us today. Noam Bardin of Waze will be the final speaker, one of the wildest successes here in high-tech in Israel. The Big Tent is a place for dialogue, and we hope that you here in the audience will take part in today's discussion with our panelists and with Vint Cerf. Dinner afterwards is a time for informal discussion and networking. Let's start thinking about questions and ideas. I hope this evening will broaden our horizons and spur us to further thought and action. It is my pleasure to call upon Deputy Minister M.K. Miki Levy, who will talk about government and the era of technology.